Mother, the foothold of the child. In another of God's many languages, Tama tu'uhewha'e. The child stands on the mother, and the mother is the foothold of the child. In acknowledging and honoring mothers today, our theme is based on a Tongan indigenous spirituality, creation story, and culture regarding the significance of the role and the office of mother. It's said that Mother's Day has become either commercialized or hijacked in a way that it has lost the essence and the heart of it, which is actually to recognize, celebrate, and honor the sacrifice, the hard work that is going on with regards to mothers. Not everyone is and can be a mother, but everyone has one. We all have a mother, and we have come into living and being through our mother, without whom we will not be here today. We also acknowledge that some may not have had a positive or a pleasant experience with mothers, and some and many mothers would have not had a plain sailing journey being mothers. The ideals of the wife of noble character that was presented in Proverbs is not everyone's story. I read it earlier in the week to my husband and said, this is one of the readings for Sunday, and it is reflecting my way of looking after you. And he said, are you serious? Because that isn't how it's happening in my household. Mary's song of rejoicing gratitude in Luke's gospel is not the song for everyone. However, the truth is, we, all of us, each one, we have our mother, and today we honor each of them with thanksgiving. This Tongan saying, Tama tu'uhewha'e, the child's foothold is the mother, expresses the important role of the mother in two things within the human family, that is, child rearing and social status. Firstly, that the child's behavior and character is cultured from the teachings of the mother. And secondly, the status and standing of a child within the stratified Tongan family structure is actually elevated and respected based on their mother's social ranking. But there's also the significant role of mother as the earth, the country, the land, the metaphor that country is mother. The country on which we, the children, and all things living depend on for nourishment, for sustenance, for life. Mother envelops the sacredness of life, holding together the relationships and the interconnectedness of all of creation. For a Tongan mother, the beginning of new life. The womb is one word that is the same as the word for country, the word for people, the word for culture, the word for tradition. It's the same word for the graveyard, and the word is for Noah. From the womb of the mother that envelops new life, the journey goes in a cycle to the end where Mother Earth embraces again and envelops life so that the cycle of creation continues. This, for me, resonates with the Aboriginal spirituality of connectedness to the aliveness of country, which is metaphorically mother being country. Country in our Indigenous spirituality and culture is sacred. And that sacredness refers to the wisdom, the mystery of the changing landscape of the season, the movements, the sounds, and all the life lessons that Mother Earth teach us and nurture us with. The land and the rivers, the ocean and the mountains, trees and the animals, and we are all interrelated. From country, from mother, we mine and we harvest things in order to sustain us. So we also have the responsibility to care for country as country cares for us. This relationship with country not only teaches us the ability, but also gives us the opportunity to live life fully and live life well. The aliveness of country, with movements and vibrations, with connectedness of its heart, of its parts, like the breeze and the wind, is the country's breathing. The tides of the ocean, when it's low and a few hours later it's high, that is the whole earth breathing in and out. The sun, the moon, and the stars with their cycles proclaiming the movement of the earth, the sacredness of life itself. We listen, we learn, we observe what's going on, and the more we do, the more we respect the sacredness of what is that gives us life and sustains our life. Scientists will call this same notion as tuning into the ecosystem. In our Indigenous cultures, it's called respecting country, respecting mother, and having a sacred relationship with Mother Earth matters. In that relationship, we learn how not to damage other parts of our ecosystem, and at the same time, we learn how to support and enhance the well-being of other parts of our ecosystem. The same very way that we operate in our human families, looking after each other is the same as how we look after country. We depend on each other in the family. Genders are never meant to compete because we complement and complete one another. We need what Mother as country gives to us to sustain us. And as we grow into our responsibility, we learn how to care for country and give back what's needed and what's helpful to keep renewing the rhythm and the relationships as we have the responsibility of sustaining country. Tonga is a matriarchal society where women hold the most respected, most honored place in the family social structure. The women are the holders and the teachers of the indigenous heritage, traditional knowledge, and kinship lines. They are also the spiritual mediums, the receivers and the disseminators of what is sacred, also known as the realities of life. But it was much stronger and more explicit before Christianity arrived on the shores of the island kingdom. I've lived away from Tonga longer than I have lived in Tonga, but I appreciate more what I grew up with in Tonga, that mothers are the natural teachers and nurturers of spiritual growth and one's connectedness to the divine sacredness that guides our life, nurturing, developing, and sustaining our inner personal sanctuaries, our way of being. If that is not sacrifice, what do we call it? We all stand on our mothers. But what I thought was my Tongan upbringing, I realized that it's universally known and called being human. So it's not Tongan, it's humans everywhere. The prophet Isaiah records the Lord saying, "As a mother comforts her child, so will I comfort you." Today we acknowledge that mothers are amongst the strongest people, if not the strongest people. They fear the Lord, not afraid. They respect and revere the Lord. They love beyond all faults. We talk about unconditional love. Mothers just get on and do it. They cry behind locked doors, and we only see the resilience, the motivation, and the perseverance. They fight battles that nobody knows about. We only get to witness the strength and the wisdom. They face multiple storms, and we are presented with calm positivity and responsibility. Mothers, mother figures, they play a very significant role in our way of being. Mother, the foothold of the child. We give thanks. Amen.